or wherever you get your podcasts from the Westwood One Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing, like hats and long sleeves, and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
It's Friday Radio. He's Eric Carly, and I'm Gary McNamara. Eric has the morning off. This is interesting. In response to an increasing number of players engaging in silent protest against the National Hockey League's Pride Nights, a new report claims the league is reevaluating the events, which may lead to them being canceled. Currently, all the teams in the NHL hold Pride Nights. However, some now do so without the themed jersey, as the events are planned by the individual teams, not the league. League Commissioner Gary Bettman said in an interview with CTV News, when asked about the players that have refused to wear the Pride-themed jerseys this season, this is the first time we've experienced that, and I think it's something that we're going to have to evaluate in the off-season. Citing religious beliefs, several players have declined to participate in pre-game warm-ups while wearing Pride-themed jerseys. Bettman told the outlet, "This is one issue where players, for a variety of reasons, may not feel comfortable wearing the uniform as a form of endorsement." The commissioner continued, "But I think that's become more of a distraction now, because the substance of what our teams and we have been doing and stand for is really being pushed to the side for what is a handful of players basically having made personal decisions, and you have to respect that as well." Last Thursday night, Florida Panthers players Eric and Mark Stahl refused to wear the ribbons. I'm thinking of Seinfeld. Refused to wear the jerseys, citing their Christian beliefs. The pair said in a statement, "We carry no judgment in how people choose to live their lives and believe that all people should be welcome in all aspects of the game of hockey. Having said that, we feel that by us wearing the Pride jersey, it goes against our Christian beliefs." And there's another reason, too, the NHL should drop it. That coming up.
Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Shell Rotella with advanced synthetic technology is designed to help keep your rig running with more mileage and less maintenance.
At Denny's, value starts at $5.99. Whether you're flying solo or want a chill date night on a budget, we're turning up the volume on value with delicious meals that never sacrifice flavor for a good deal. It's time to celebrate with our 70th anniversary buttermilk pancakes, our quarter-pound 100% beef burger, or everyone's favorite, the Super Slim. Looking for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late night starting at $5.99? At Denny's, it's diner time. Price and participation may vary. No substitutions.
Mercer Transportation would like to welcome all truck drivers back to their hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, or as we call it, Mercertown. That's right, Louisville is home to the Mid-America Trucking Show and Mercer Transportation, the owner-operator company with over 45 years in business. They know a thing or two about helping owner-operators succeed. If you're in town for Matt's, stop by their booth, number 19236, and ask about their Matt's sign-on bonus. That's Matt's booth, number 19236. Mercer will see you at Matt's.
At Progressive Commercial, we know truckers don't have time for games, so we don't truck around. We leave that to all the long-haul truckers running up, down, and sideways across this great trucking country of ours. We're here to talk about insurance and trucking and how roadside assistance is now available for heavy trucks, which can come in handy if things get trucked up out there while you're trucking around. Get a quote in as little as 5 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance provided by third party and subject to policy terms and conditions. Not available in all states.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
You know, truck drivers play a critical role in our economy, hauling almost everything we buy. These men and women are the unsung heroes and the backbone of America. When our heroes need support, they turn to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.org.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Army says 2 helicopters on a training mission in southwestern Kentucky collided in midair last night.
How did they
Military
do
officials
that?
say they do expect casualties. WTVF reporter Amelia Young is nearby.
We're told a chopper crashed in an open field away from homes in the area. The soldiers in these Blackhawks came from the 101st Airborne Division in Fort Campbell, which is around 35 miles away from this site.
An investigation is underway into the cause. We have breaking news from rural Minnesota. The Raymond sheriff says several cars of a BNSF freight train carrying ethanol, a liquid used in corn syrup, derailed and caught fire early this morning. There are roughly 1,000 residents there, and they've all been evacuated as a precaution. We're told they're sheltering at a local school. Raymond is about 100 miles west of Minneapolis. An American reporter has been detained in Russia's Ural Mountains. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy has the details.
Russian security authorities allege the Wall Street Journal reporter was acting on instructions from the U.S. government to spy on Russia's military-industrial complex. The Kremlin says the correspondent Evan Gershkovich was caught red-handed. His employers at the Wall Street Journal say in a statement that they vehemently deny the allegations and seek the immediate release of a trusted and dedicated reporter. Now charged with espionage, Gershkovich faces up to 20 years in prison in Russia.
The Vatican says Pope Francis is making steady progress at a hospital in Rome, where he had breakfast this morning, read some newspapers, and got back to work. CBS's Jared Hill.
A Vatican spokesperson says the pontiff will spend the next few days being treated for a respiratory infection, though he says it's not COVID-19. The 86-year-old has had trouble breathing in recent days. Just before the announcement, he appeared to be in pain as he was helped into the Pope-mobile.
A candlelight vigil in Nashville for the 3 children and 3 school staffers shot and killed Monday.
Walking with these families.
Sheryl Crow, First Lady Jill Biden, and City Police Chief John Drake among the mourners.
In your support, we gather strength and will to carry on in the protection of our city. May you too be strong as we face the coming days.
A former Olympic runner could be freed soon.
Pistorius is the Paralympic champion of 2012 in London.
Pistorius is expected to attend a hearing in Cape Town, South Africa tomorrow, where his parole request will be considered. He's served 10 years of a 13-year sentence for shooting and killing his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, through a bathroom door at his home. Dow futures up 205. This is CBS News.
Streamline how you hire with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
Thank you, snake plants and stuff.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could have a whole section for ferns. Here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC. How it's worth up to $26,000 per employee, how easy it is. You know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim. But Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
It's opening day at Wrigley. The Cubs host the Milwaukee Brewers today.
I get butterflies every opening day.
During practice, Cubs shortstop Dansby Swanson says of this day,
It really is full of emotion, just because there's so much work that's been put in, throughout your whole life to be here. And then when you do it, like I said, as a collective group, and you know that everyone else is pulling on the same rope, it just makes it that much more special.
And he says for any pro ball player,
this is our day, to enjoy every opening day. It's so special. You can't take them for granted. You never know how much longer you have in this game.
Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
Let's play ball.
If you're more into bling than baseball, 10.5 carat sparkling eternal pink diamond cut from an almost 24 carat rough stone dug out of a diamond mine in Botswana 4 years ago. It's going up for sale at Sotheby's in New York on June 8th. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-656-1970. That's 1-800-656-1970. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-656-1970. That's 1-800-656-1970.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
We're getting crazier. We're getting crazier.
It provides multi-consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Hurry into Jackson Hewitt for 50
50% off tax prep. But do it before April 9th. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max savings $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Plenty of sunshine today will warm us up nicely. We get up into the mid and some upper 70s mixed in. Tonight, not nearly as cool. We're down into the low 50s with some additional cloud cover. For Friday, there will be more clouds around, but still dry. We'll call it a little breezy, highs in the low 80s, and we'll have a chance of some showers and storms Friday night and the first half of Saturday before we dry out Saturday afternoon and Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Thursday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area of Clanton, Aubrey, Greenville. No problems on 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Still carrying light traffic. You keep listening, we'll keep you posted. Registration for summer classes going on right now at Trenholm State. Scholarships are available. Trenholm State, today's scholars for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. Starting with news out of Macon County, where authorities say a body found there Monday is that of a missing woman. Sheriff identified her as 34-year-old Cynthia Taylor. She was reported missing from the Jackson's Gap area in February. Her body was found near a home on Macon County Road 43. Long debate over repealing Alabama's 4% state grocery tax could come to an end this year. Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth says with a $3 billion surplus in the education budget, this soon could go away. We asked Governor Ivey about her support and if she supports repealing the tax. She said she's committed to providing relief to Alabama families. It's open to ideas. Crews are busy along Lake Martin helping homeowners there recover after Sunday's severe weather. In the Bridge neighborhood, some homes are covered with blue tarps. It's an effort to prevent further water damage. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
Inflation is nothing more than legalized theft, because with every new round of money printing, the value of the 401k or IRA is decreased through the dilution of the money supply. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and while you can, I highly recommend you consider physical gold for your retirement account. Why? Because gold provides real wealth preservation that can withstand anything. Even better, with a gold IRA from Birch Gold Group, you pay no penalties or taxes when you transfer your current retirement fund. To learn more, text the word HEDGE to 989898. My friends at Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold IRA company I trust. So text HEDGE to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
Hi neighbors, it's Eric Cresswell here at Tallahassee Price and Dodge Jeep Ranch. Right now we have great inventory and the new 2023 models are still arriving daily. Come by and test drive the 2023 Ram Bighorn Quad Cab. Most truck owners know that Ram is the best driving, most comfortable, most handsome truck on the road. Join us now during Ram Truck Days to make your best deal. Drive a little, save a lot. TallahasseeAutomotive.com. Sale ends March 31st.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. You'll love your results. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHINS.com/JOY.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
Visit
Ben, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does it actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash.
Right, there goes my milk. It's all gone.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GOLD for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GOLD for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first day.
Ooh, it's chilly in here.
Cents per gallon cash back on your first fill.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus.
Time to rise and shine, people.
This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Time to rise and shine. Woo! It's a great day to be alive.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama, and all surrounding areas that tune in to us in the morning. Appreciate it. It's another day, and it's a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It's time to rise and shine, and it's time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something to change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. And today's daily bread is simply entitled Something That We All Fight With Sometimes, To Do or Not to Do. Our scripture insight today comes from Romans 7 and 19. Well, 7, 15 through 20. But Romans 7 and 19 says, I do not do the good I want to do. I keep doing evil. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. To do or not to do. That's our daily bread for this day. And good morning again. One more time. It's March the 30th, 2023 AD. It is a day like all the others that has never been. And once it's gone, you'll never see it again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done and you don't this day. And more importantly, you don't get to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, March the 30th, 2023, hopefully if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day, because you don't get it back. It's a once in a lifetime deal. And once it's gone, there is no do-over. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do, while we can, for as long as we can, until we can't, reach back and help somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I said that is the standard of how you live your life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never quit. You never give up. You always got to put one foot in front of the other. And sometimes you have to drag that other foot along. But you never give up. Martin Luther King said, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. Or whatever you do, whatever it is, however you get there, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up, because quitters don't win. And winners, where they may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine, Montgomery. It is a great day to be alive, to do or not to do. That's our daily bread for this day. Good morning to you.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled, To Do or Not to Do, was written by Cindy Hess Casper. When I was a kid, a decommissioned World War II tank was put on display in a park near my home. Multiple signs warned of the danger of climbing on the vehicle, but a couple of my friends immediately scrambled up. Some of us were a bit reluctant, but eventually we did the same. One boy refused, pointing to the posted signs. Another jumped down quickly as an adult approached. The temptation to have fun outweighed our desire to follow rules. There's a heart of childish rebellion lurking within all of us. We don't like being told what to do or not to do. Yet we read in James that when we know what is right and don't do it, it is sin. In Romans, the Apostle Paul wrote, I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing. Now if I do what I do not want to do, it is no longer I who do it, but it is sin living in me that does it. As believers in Jesus, we may puzzle over our struggle with sin, but too often we depend solely on our own strength to do what's right. One day, when this life is over, we'll be truly dead to sinful impulses. Until then, however, we can rely on the power of the one whose death and resurrection won the victory over sin. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Romans chapter 7, verses 15 through 20. I do not understand what I do, for what I want to do, I do not do, but what I hate, I do. And if I do what I do not want to do, I agree that the law is good. As it is no longer I myself who do it, but it is sin living in me. For I know that good itself does not dwell in me, that is, in my sinful nature. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing. Now if I do what I do not want to do, it is no longer I who do it, but it is sin living in me that does it. Let's pray. Our loving God, we want to reflect your perfect character in our lives. Please help us resist the temptation to sin and instead, with your help, choose to do what's right every day. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, it's time to rise and shine. You know what time it is? PT time, the last day of PT for the week. So let's knock this out. Let's get moving. Let's get motivated. And you guys say I don't like women. Huh? A woman starts this show off every morning, almost. Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. I'll tell you guys about this one of these days. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Oh yeah, that's right. That's me. Airborne, baby. Airborne. Along the rest of my compadres. I mean, I didn't do it all by myself. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Driving on early one morning in the drizzling rain. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Come on now. Stand in the door. Let's do it. Driving on. Driving on. And the doors come open. And the green light goes. Ow! Out the door, baby. Out the door. We go all the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right, who's calling cadence today? We got to make this one last run. Let's make it a good one. Get the first sign out here. And everybody, let's do it. All the way. All the way. Here we go. Every day. My name on the dotted line. My name on the dotted line. All I do is double time. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, whatever goes. Airborne. C-130 rolling down the strip. Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Oh, yeah. Now hook up, shuffle to the door. And jump right out and count to 4. Oh, yeah. And a man born. Woo! If my main don't open wide, I got a reserve by my side. Woo! And if that one should fail me too, and look out below, 'cause I'm coming through. Hey, all the way. Hey, every day. On the old drop zone. Box me up and send me home. Hey. Up on my chest. And tell my girl I did my best. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel it. All the way. Hey, all the way. Hey, every day. Woo! Okay. That's enough of that. And now, let us pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America. Paying homage to the men, women, uncles, aunts, fathers, daughters, sons, cousins, who wear that uniform of each branch of our services, and who say each night as they sit on the fence, I'll do my best to make sure nothing happens to you tonight. Good morning to you. The United States Navy. The United States Coast Guard, whose motto is Semper Paratus, which means always, always ready. The The United States Air Force. Can somebody? Okay, can I please see a C-141 out on Maxwell sooner or later? Come on now. I'm sure we got one someplace we can park for a couple of days. The United States Marine Corps, whose motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines had a hard time pronouncing that. So we did cut it short. Semper Fi. Whatever it is, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. I never get tired of hearing these songs. Never. Never get tired of hearing these songs. So if you don't like it, I apologize. But I never get tired of hearing it. I never get tired of playing these songs every morning because that means for the time being, we are still the United States of America. Although each day it seems like it's getting a little, it's getting a little tougher to hold on. But somewhere in the DNA of true Americans, somewhere, I don't think we're going to let that happen. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be tough. It's going to be easy. It won't be easy because we are still in the experiment in most government. We're still one of the youngest countries in the world. So we got our growing pains, but I think at the end of the day, freedom will win out. It's in our DNA. Okay, we're not here to work for the government. The government is here to work for us. That's the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope everybody's feeling well this morning. Good morning, Brian Hatzler. How you doing, sir? Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Christine. Good morning to any of my Facebook listeners out there. We appreciate it because we realize that you all don't really have to get up this early in the morning. I mean, some of us do because this is what we do. I mean, the police are up this early in the morning, so why shouldn't we be up this early in the morning? Okay. Again, another sad day for yesterday. We lost 2 more citizens. Don't know what to do about that. I don't even know if having a conversation about it's worth having anymore. But there are some people out there still trying, not giving up. So we got to hang with them. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's also time for our word of the day, legal word of the day, the last day for legal word of the day. Well, tomorrow's the last day of legal word of the day. We're just going to go back to our regular word of the day. But I thought I'd help some brothers out there. I get these letters from the jail sometimes. And so maybe they listen. I don't know if they'll let them listen. They'll at least let you listen to the radio while you're in jail. I mean, something to do. I mean, let's face it. It's a funny thing about jail. There are people in there who shouldn't be there. And then there are people that are not in there that ought to be there. Oh, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. That is what's called life at times. Anyway, so let us take a break, and we'll come back with word of the day, the legal word of the day. What's the other stuff I do? Lessons of life. It's the things you learn by living. It's kind of like running a mile. I say this all the time because it's true. You cannot tell me what it's like to run a mile if you never ran one. Oh, you think you can. Your mouth will be moving, but you won't know what you're talking about. Okay? So this is one of these, the lessons of life are one of those things that you only know if you lived a while and you've been through some things. Okay? You got to go through some things. Matter of fact, somebody went in church, they say, you cannot have a testimony if you don't have a test. Been there, got that shirt. And I must admit, sometimes my test came at my own behesting. Anyway, we'll be back right after these messages. It's a Thursday. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to have somebody coming on today. I'm not sure if they're coming on or not. Sometimes my mind ain't. My memory is not as well as it used to be. I mean, it used to be. My memory used to be okay, but now it's not. So Now it's not so good. So let's take a break, and we'll be back.
USFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dell Technology.
The Dell
Yes, ma'am.
semi-annual sale starts now with savings on select PCs powered by the latest 12th gen Intel Core processors.
No, I was asleep. He didn't call. I looked at my phone, so he didn't never call. So I guess we'll
Ask Dell.
should not be sleeping. I mean, all he got to do is come up. If he wants to come up, just tell him come on up. About 7 o'clock. Or he can wait to 8. It's up to him.
Cloud cover. For Friday, there will be more clouds around, but still dry. We'll call it.
Well, since it's kind of early now, he can be here at 8. 8's fine.
Friday night and the first half of Saturday before we dry out Saturday afternoon and Sunday.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Yeah, because I'm on the air right now. So.
No major problems or accidents are being reported by the authorities.
Yeah. I mean, it's sick.
You keep listening. We'll keep you posted.
So if he wants to come up around, I mean, let him sit. If he can be about 7:30, that'd be fine. That gets him the most. That gives him the most opportunity to talk to most people.
Buckle up, it's the law.
Yeah.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is
Okay.
Bye. It's so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239.
Over here, over there.
In Las Vegas, the house always wins. But what if the house had to pay you for unfair odds? That's what's happening right now in Fortnite, thanks to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission. Months ago, the FTC ordered Epic Games to pay $245 million in refunds to Fortnite players, and now it's time to pay up. Fortnite was charged for tricking kids into making non-consensual purchases. Do you think Epic Games have learned their lesson?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Inflation is sky high. Banks are failing, and nobody will bail out the little guy. You need and your portfolio. If you've been on the fence about buying gold and silver, now is the time to make the call. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. Call Oxford Gold right now and ask about bonus opportunities you may be eligible for. Call 833-899-GOLD. 833-899-GO.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, my doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof.
Over here, over there, we will hit the dusty trail.
She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you looking to enhance the beauty of your home with new shades, blinds, shutters, or custom draperies? If so, Just Blinds wants you to experience the very best we have to offer by visiting our showroom in Prattville, where you'll always receive personal attention from our professional designers at no cost to you. Also, you'll be presented with a full range of window treatment options, and you'll experience firsthand the ease and comfort of motorized smart home options. Just Blinds is located at 1522 South Memorial Drive in
Montgomery,
Prattville.
Prattville, and Columbus, Georgia. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sale. Is your nose running, your eyes burning, and feeling like your head's going to explode? I've got your relief. It's my Budget Pollen Buster sale. Relief is here. BuyBudgetOnline.com. Now through the end of March. Buy with just $149 down. $149 down? That'll dry you up with cash in your pocket. Eyes burning from those high payments on that trade-in? Need to lower your payment by hundreds or more? I'm paying up to $2,000, $3,000, and even $4,000 overbook on the spot on some trades in 30 minutes with no online broken promises or scams. Been told no in the past? Don't fret it. Relief is finally here. Budget works with national lenders like Cap One and local credit unions. Budget's goal is to say yes, and that's yes to your credit headaches, putting them in the past. Budget's pollen busting sale ends soon. Don't miss it. For Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com. BuyBudgetOnline.com.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on 1440.
There we go. And good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine if you can this morning. If you can look up, there's a good chance you can get up. It is a great day to be alive. Make it medicine for somebody else. All right, a little bit of Reuben this morning for you. I know. I got a pretty good taste in music. Yeah, music that tells a story. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's time for lessons of life and the legal word of the day. Now, this word right here is going to be interesting because it is where all your basically the whole court system hangs. Okay, the whole court system hangs on this word, and it is called an opinion. An opinion. What is an opinion? You cannot live in America and not have heard that word someplace. That means that somebody gets that stuff. Now, depending on which side of the issue that you're on, it may have been you. I'm just saying. But anyway, it is time to rise and shine. So, the legal word of the day is this one. It is opinion, and it means a judge's written explanation of the decision of the court. Because a case may be heard by 3 or more judges in a court of appeals, their opinion in appellate decisions can take several forms. If all the judges completely agree on the result, one judge will write the opinion for all. If all the judges do not agree, the formal decision will be based upon the view of the majority of the 3, and one member of the majority will write the opinion. The judges who did not agree with the majority may write separately in dissenting or concurring opinion to present their view. A dissenting opinion disagrees with the majority opinion because of the reasoning and or the principles of law that the majority used to decide a case. And this is probably about law sometimes. Opinion. We got people with lives that are laying in the middle of this in your opinion. A concurring opinion agrees with the decision of the majority opinion, but offers further comment or clarification or even an entirely different reason for reaching the same result. Only the majority opinion can serve as binding precedent in future cases. I told you about the word precedent the other day. It is when when judges get together, they form an opinion, and even though it may not be based 100% on the law, it is based on the principle. And I've often asked myself, well, the only difference between the right and the wrong of an opinion is who got the majority of the opinion. Doesn't necessarily have to be submitted in the Constitution. It seems as long as they can somehow attach the theory of the constitutional reasoning behind their opinion. So anyway, I've often asked, well, why one judge's opinion, 2 judges any more than mine? Sometimes I really wish you could have AI in the courtroom. because leaning to the opinion of men sometimes, because we all have our prejudices. Leaning to the opinion of men, maybe we had some AI in the courtroom, we make more fair judgment out of this stuff. That's just one black man's opinion. Anyway, so that is the opinion. It is called the opinion. Doesn't necessarily make it 100% right, but it is the prevailing thought about a case, which may or may not be totally 100% wrong. All right. The lessons of life today. You go down the road and you know people who really don't, pretty much giving up on life. You know, pretty much, what you gonna do? I'm going fishing. It's simple. I'm going fishing. What you gonna do after that? I'm going fishing again. What you gonna do next week? I'm going fishing. So pretty much they have resigned to going fishing and they retired. I will never retire. Someone just have to come up here and grab the microphone from me, put me out the door. I'm not going willingly. That's the firing should happen. But until it does, I'm showing up every morning that I can. Because there's a misnomer in our society when it comes to getting older. Some people think, well, I'll say, it's not true that people stop pursuing dreams because they grow old. Remember the old folks. I'm the same. They grow old because they stop pursuing dreams. If you can breathe, if you can get up, if the Lord has given you breath in your body, you can get up and you can still do. I don't care what position you have to be in. All things are possible. All things. Maybe a little bit improbable, but still possible. How about Lazarus? How about Jesus Christ himself getting up and walking from the dead? How about people who go back to the doctor and they had cancer? And the doctor said, I don't see you. Where'd it go? No, don't call it back. I'm just saying it is not true that people stop pursuing dreams because they grow old. We grow old because we stop pursuing dreams. Never quit dreaming. Never, ever stop. Okay? Keep moving. Always, like Martin Luther King said, keep moving forward. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, walk. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Stop. Just stop moving forward. Always have a dream. Have one dream in the bucket at all times. And I actually still got one. I got one I want to do, but this kid didn't get more difficult the more years I'm on this job. But I still have one. I got one. I'm trying to make it happen. I tried to make it happen one day. Me and Rush Limbaugh talking for a minute. But that didn't come to fruition. Okay, here's my dream. My dream is to be heard nationally, even if it's just one time. Okay, because people need to hear what I got to say. I know some of you folks say, oh no, they don't either. Okay then. Anyway, so don't start dreaming, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, because you only grow old because you stop. So come up with a different dream every day. Good morning. It is March the 30th. It is the 89th day of this year. Okay, on March the 30th, 1867, U.S. Secretary of State William H. Seward reached an agreement with Russia to purchase the territory of Alaska for $7.2 million, a deal ridiculed by critics as Seward's folly. In 1822, Florida became a United States territory. Looks like it may be the only part of the United States that's still America. 1923, twin liner RMS Laconia became the first passenger ship to circle the globe as it arrived in New York City. 1945 was the year during the Second World War. The Soviet Union invaded Austria with the goal of taking Vienna, which it accomplished 2 weeks later. 1970 was the year the Triple Crown winner Secretariat was born at the Meadow near Doswell, Virginia. The year was 1975. As Vietnam War neared its end, communist forces occupied the city of Da Nang. Maybe you know, visit. That's the word. 1981, President Ronald Reagan was shot and seriously injured outside a Washington, D.C. hotel by John W. Hinckley. Also wounded were White House Press Secretary James Grady, Secret Service agent Timothy McCarthy, and the District of Columbia police officer Thomas Delaney. In 1991, Patricia Bowman of Jupiter, Florida, told authorities she'd been raped hours earlier by William Kennedy Smith, the nephew of Senator Edwin Kennedy at the family's Palm Beach estate. He was acquitted, of course, at trial. In 1999, Yugoslav leader Slobodan Milosevic insisted that the NATO attack stop before he moved toward peace, declaring his forces ready to fight to the very end. NATO answered with a new resolve to wreck his military with a relentless air assault. In the year 2002, Mother Elizabeth died at Royal Head in Windsor, outside London. She was 101 years old. The year was 2004. In a reversal, President George W. Bush agreed to let the National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice testify publicly and under oath before an independent panel investigating 9/11 terrorist attack. In 2006, American reporter Jill Carroll, a freelancer for the Christian Science Monitor, was released 82 days after being a hostage in Iraq. The year was 2017. A massive fire caused an interstate bridge to collapse during rush hour in Atlanta. No one was hurt. North Carolina rolled back its bathroom bill, and a bridge would end the year-long backpack for the transgender with the thing, but they don't think that that's good. Right, and had cost the state dearly in business projects. Well, sorry about that. If you guys want to do business with, if you got people who want to do business who don't know the difference between a female and a male, yeah, you probably don't want them in your state anyway. Okay, I'm just saying. At Cape Canaveral, SpaceX successfully in 2017 launched and then retrieved the first recycled rocket. And it was 14 years ago that President Barack Obama asserted unprecedented government control over the auto industry, saving his money, rejecting a turnaround plan for General Motors and Chrysler and raising the prospect of controlled bankruptcy for either alien auto giant. Federal food safety officials warned consumers to stop eating all containing pistachios. They had figured out to be a source of a possible salmonella contamination. Gunmen attacked a police academy in the outskirts of Pakistan, killing at least 12 people. And it was 9 years ago, 4 hours into talk with Paris between U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov are close to it. Failed to break a tense U.S. deadlock over the crisis in Ukraine. Actor Kate O'Meara, 74, best known for her role in the 19th soap opera Dynasty, died in southern England. And that's 5 years ago. The widow of a gunman who slaughtered 49 people at a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida, was acquitted on charges that she had helped plot the attack and had lied to the FBI afterwards. Thousands of Palestinians marched on the Gaza border, and with Israel and Palestinian health officials said 15 of the protesters were killed by Israeli fire on the first day, what Hamas organizers said would be 6 weeks of daily protests against border blockade. It was the deadly violence in 4 years. Also, we are celebrating some things today on the 30th day of March, and one of those things is Doctor's Day. Okay, that's all about, but it is. So congratulations to all the doctors. Grass is always browner on the other side of the fence day. Land Day, if you own some. National Fitness Recovery Day. Don't know what that means, but I'll celebrate it. National Folding Laundry Day. Don't like that. National I Am in Control Day. That's like a psychological thing there. You're not being in control. National Julia Day. Now, people with names of Julia, we congratulate them. I don't know if there's any Julias that living down south. I've never heard that name down here. National Pencil Day. Yeah, don't forget how to use one because a little water will kill your computer. So it's always good to know how to write and read when it comes. I'm just saying. National Victoria Day. National Victoria symbolizes a strong and independent woman, and it's both classic and elegant. I do like that name, like Victoria's Secret. I mean, just saying. Victoria. National Virtual Vacation Day. That's right. That's the day you sit at home, look at your computer or your TV, and act like you're there. Just make sure there are no people outside the door with white coats on. National Windy Day. Okay. Windy. It's a. Moving right along. Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day. The abolition of the religious restrictions in 1951 is commemorated on Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day. Take a walk in the park day. Florence Day. We're going to leave Torrance alone because they may say I'm putting out information I shouldn't put out. Turkey Neck Eat Day. Don't know what that is, but it sounds good for everybody except the turkey. I'm just saying. I mean, hey, just making that. No. World Bipolar Day. Living with bipolar disorder is not easy, but keep heart. Just turned out all right. And World TV Appreciation Day. And those are some of the days, so far the one that was kind of bad there was the Turkey Neck Soup Day. I mean, the turkey probably won't be celebrated. I'm just saying. You know, I don't know. Kind of tough thing. It's 3 in the morning. Okay, so if you want to call and have your call not subject to my limit, now's the time to do it if you want. 860-1420. I got a couple minutes left to do this. My drive. But if not, I'll keep going because there are a lot of things to talk about. I'm supposed to have another program on today, a little later, but I'll tell you about that in a little bit here. Oh, here's one. NHL, the National Hockey League, has some issues with Pride Night. I don't blame them because, okay, the National Hockey League wanted some of their players to wear Pride celebration shirts or emblem. And a couple of guys said, I ain't doing that. I don't agree with that. But hey, they said, hey, I'm good with people being who they are. And me too. That's kind of my feeling on it. Live and let live for the most part, but don't tell me crazy things that I know are not true. Listen, what people do, we all got issues. Some people smoke too much. Some people drink too much. Some people lie too much. Some people drink too much Coca-Cola, like I do too much. I mean, we all got issues. We all get issues. You do you, I do me. I just want to you do me. But stop pushing it on everybody. You do the thing, brother. Sister, you do your thing. And so let me ask you, how many of you guys support dog fighting? Anybody out there support dog fighting at all? Anybody? Do you? I got some tape. Okay. Let me see what this is. Yes. Hello. What? That's a long time. That's a long time to wait on the phone. But anyway, and the reason I bring up dog fighting, just because some people like dog fighting, it doesn't mean that I have to like dog fighting. Okay, I personally, I don't care if dogs fight together or not. I know it's a barbaric ritual, but then again, what's the difference in going in the woods and shooting a deer? I mean, at least the dog got a chance, whichever one can win. But I'm sitting there minding my own business, going through the forest, looking for something to eat, and all of a sudden, bam! I'm no longer the deer. You got me. So I personally don't like fighting deer. And the poor little turkeys. I mean, we sit there minding our own business, wobbling around the track, just trying to find a bone to eat or something like that. Next thing you know, bam! They're no longer a turkey. And listen, Lord have mercy. Let's not even think about it. Because chickens are just born to be eaten. So everybody's got their thing that they like. So, but you like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. So all this gay pride stuff, I'm making my point here. If you're proud to be a gay, right on. Right on, right on, right on. But you can't force me to like it. That's your thing. You do your thing. bet Bambi wish somebody was looking out for him. Good morning. Yeah. Okay, what about it? What about it? What about it? Yeah, that's cool. And if it's just him and Biden, on the ticket, absolutely I'll vote for him all day, 3 times on Sunday, like most Democrats do. Huh? Because he believes in common sense and making America first. And all this gay crap that I got to put with, we actually got people believing that they can turn themselves into female. And well, I ain't taking the chip. But it's going there. But I don't like Trump that much. We we got to fight sometime, brother. And they, I don't know where we go. Yeah, that's in Alabama, but we don't talk some of them too. I got some. Yeah, well, that's where y'all roll. Hey, listen, I got to run. We'll get back.
WSJ 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. Starting with news out of Macon County, where a board has been
Radio 1440 WIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station. This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. CBS News has learned as many as 9 soldiers are feared dead after a helicopter collision during a training mission near a base in Kentucky.
All of a sudden, as soon as they got over the house, something popped.
Correspondent Abby McCormick has details.
A Kentucky public information officer says the military helicopters crashed in a field. Fort Campbell says 2 Black Hawks were involved, part of the 101st Airborne Division. It happened late last night. There were several casualties, but it isn't clear how many were killed or injured.
More details expected at a news conference later this morning. We got word of another train derailment in the U.S. last hour that forced the evacuation of a small rural city west of Minneapolis. WCCO-TV's Pauline Lee said several cars of a BNSF freight train went off the track in Raymond and caught fire.
We do know those train cars, they were carrying mixed freight. So we're talking about ethanol and corn syrup and aluminum, which probably explains why it's continuing to burn here after this train derailment.
Highway 23 is closed there. A Wall Street Journal reporter has been detained in Russia. Officials claim Evan Gershkovich, a U.S. citizen, was trying to spy. Correspondent Charlie Daggett is at the foreign desk.
He's accused of espionage that carries a 20-year sentence. The 31-year-old reporter has been working for the Wall Street Journal in Moscow since January 2022, but he had previous experience reporting from Russia. In a statement, the Wall Street Journal vehemently denies the allegations.
Pope Francis is expected to spend several more days at a hospital in Rome, where he's being treated for a respiratory infection. Correspondent Chris Lipsey is in Rome.
The health condition is improving, according to the Vatican, which says he slept well through the night, and when he woke up this morning, he had breakfast, read several newspapers, and resumed working from his hospital room.
This morning, the Vatican announced it formally rejected the doctrine of discovery. That's a 15th century papal decree that legitimized the colonial era seizure of native lands. basis of some that still exists today. The Vatican says it does not adequately reflect the equal dignity and rights of indigenous people. Some aging rock and rollers are rolling in the dough. This top Forbes 2022 list of highest paid entertainers for selling their music rights for $300 million. Number 2. Entire catalog for $300 million. This is CBS News.
Midwell effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, review, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
That's great help for bringing in the growth. Agency inspection manager the program completes and grow. Indeed can help you hire great people fast. Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/$4 for sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If you own a small business, you probably been hearing a lot about the ERC. 6 grand for the how easy it is for you to see it. So why am I talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim. The distribution refunds can help you close the book up. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms that corporations use. So they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. When you find out, go to renovationrefunds.com. That's
American football at the Summer Olympics? It's a possibility.
American football is a step closer after receiving approval to be considered by the International Olympic Committee's Executive Board. Considered is still a long way from actually being part of the Summer Games, but it's a key step.
Well,
criteria
I'll watch the Olympics again.
Is to have a large number of countries participate at a high level. On CBS News.
Homer wasn't kidding.
Rise up and solution to all of life's problems.
A new study finds one of those problems is a beer belly, and it may be linked to, in addition to how much you drink, how much sleep you get. Research in the journal Sleep Medicine links lack of sugar and visceral fat, the stuff that builds up around vital organs in your midsection, tied to metabolic disease and insulin resistance. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Need to lower your fat by 30 minutes with no online coaching. How much is this game? Then you almost read it. You'll be just driving here. What? And hopeless. We'll just wait to say yes. And that's yes, you're dedicated. Putting that in the past. All investments there. And as soon as you don't use it, traveling from online.com. That's online.com.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable. That's what they do. This is what customers are saying about J&J. We carry your claim. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums. Our local franchise owners provide the same quality cleaning every level. More than 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JNJCleans.com now. That's JNJCleans.com. Franchise opportunities also available at JNJCleans.com. When anywhere open, who focus in house. For the closing, agents who reveal tours volunteer at minimum 1 time. Increase affordable and ensure realtors are covered by a common office. Realtors members of the National Association of Realtors. Are you the graduates who receive more? You can place it for a highly creative role. I am the scientist with ABC Health. The parents learners everywhere. ABC has a little one-on-one teacher.
Telling you like it really is. It's the Billy Bones Show on News Radio 1330. Your WSSA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Discover. Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome at the end of your first fuel. You automatically send it on the cash card you burn. That's right. Every card doubles the cash back and trips. That's right. All doubles. Here we go. See terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
And Midtown Plaza, your eyebrows correct. He's ready. Well, just for that. And more. Midtown Plaza and 3 off of I-85. Great McLean Property Development.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at home through your own device.
You're branding what you do.
You have over $2,000 in shipping over the world. And we have tens of thousands who are working together. We need assistance getting associates definitely working along with you. So it's a program all up to hand. And that too is not fraction of the time. It really, not business. 833-7563. It's 800-836-7563. 833-7563.
Bill Bradley, won't you please fetch me home?
Telling it like it really is.
Oh yeah. All right. I think my preach coming at 8 o'clock, so we're gonna talk about something else until then. It's a subject I've been putting off for quite some time because I thought I was gonna have an opportunity to investigate some of the particulars going on, but I can't. I can't. It's a conversation that at some point we have to have in the city of Montgomery. And since I'm the only one that seemingly can have it, because if somebody else has this conversation, well, we're going to allude to things that have nothing to do with it. But I am like everybody else in this city. Every day, there is somebody killed. Almost every day. We yesterday morning had 2 people killed. And the problem is, I don't. There's no one individual actually involved in the activities that are to blame. I, again, like most people, am sad to hear about all the murders and shootings in the city. And mostly, a vast majority, over 70% of those, okay, let's go higher. Around 80% of those, and maybe a little higher than that too, are black males involved in this kind of thing. Now, I don't know what the answer is. I know one thing, but every time I hear the excuse, well, why shoot each other too, with the same amount of offenses? The TV, newspapers, radio don't report them. In other words, we as the media don't report when white people shoot white people, but we do. It's rare. It happens, you know. And I'm only talking about the city of Montgomery. It happens rarely. You know, there was one man with his head cut some months ago. That didn't make the news very much until I found out about it. Again, but once you find out about it, too late. So the question is, why do we believe that? And it's not just in Montgomery. I mean, this is a phenomenon that has taken over America. A group of folks who represent 12% of the population of America, and it's been validated. It's true. We can argue about it, but it's true. We make up 12%, and we used to make up 13% of the population of America. Now we're down to 12% of the population, and our folks commit 50% of the murders. Now the question is, and maybe a little more. The question is, why have our young men found it necessary to deal with their grievances, deal with their unbelief or their beliefs at the behest of people? Or no. And the old excuse, well, other people do it, we just don't hear about it. Well, that excuse does not hold water. It doesn't hold water. You know, we are trying to build up the city of Montgomery. We're trying to make it a place where people want to come to, and we got the water park thing coming, which I think is going to be a good thing for Montgomery, if you like water. We're trying to get people to come here. And so while we're trying to get people to come here, and not just come here to reminisce the past atrocities of human nature, but to come here and come up with new memories, with new things. Go back and tell your friends the things that we're doing in Montgomery, Alabama. Well, we don't need to tell them about that, about this particular issue. So the question is, why is it? Now, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of scenarios we can go, there are a lot of things we can blame. But I'm here to tell you that to me, just to me, I don't know anybody else's issues, I don't know anybody else's problems. Like, to me, the biggest issue we have with our young black males is fathers who are not in their children's lives for whatever reason. Because it is the most, if you talk to most young men in prison, you know, one of their complaints is that, well, I didn't know my dad. Okay. So, and then there's somebody just texting, well, they played it, and I get, listen, I believe that we do watch a lot of violence on television. I do. But guess what? I used to watch the Long Range Encanto and all that kind of stuff, and all those shows that came on when I was coming up, the shoot 'em up cowboy movies. Not one time have I thought about actually shooting anybody up. And the only time it ever hit my mind was when I was in the military, to protect myself, my fellow soldier, and fellow folks. That was my job. But not one time have I ever thought about doing it in civilian world. I realize that we have, and I will listen. I'm going to put some of it on the game manufacturers also. We can't seem to make strategic games anymore. Every game that we seem to make now has something to do with killing somebody. But if fathers are in tune with their kids, and if mothers, a lot of mothers will stop making the children just keep them around for a check, then they don't really care much about them either. You know, so why so many children? And listen, I'm trying to put this on the mayor. It's intellectually disingenuous and dishonest. Okay? We've been killing folks a long time. One Todd Strange, one Bobby Bright, doing Henry Farmer. I would imagine Robinson too. We've been doing it a long time. Not to the extent we are right now, but because if we don't have this conversation, if we don't have it, you come on Chocolate City, okay then, we are not going to prosper. We'll be just a number of cities that under whatever it will be. And here's the sad thing about it: it will be attributed to, although not really. It will be attributed to black leadership. And I have my issues with black leadership philosophically, but these things are beginning way before Stephen Reed got into it. Okay, matter of fact, now we got 25 years in a few months of the year. So what do we do? Do we not have men who really take responsibility for their own children? And those children grow up to be men also with no leadership. No. I got a school system that wants the kids for reckless behavior, IEPs, and not demand that they be disciplined. So that's another part of the puzzle that's broken down. Okay? Another part of the puzzle that's broken down. So they not get it at home because mama's scared or drunk or can't do it or not all black people do this, but I know some black people do it absolutely and in my own kids. But there, what is the problem? Are we not hard enough on men? Are men walking away because they feel like they're just a dollar to people? You know, you become a dollar to people, and your worth is tied up in how much money you can give somebody each month. Or do we need to really start holding parents accountable for the things their children do under the age of 18? And really, they find a kid, they find out, put a warrant out for everybody. Put somebody, make somebody accountable because these kids grow up. They grow up to be young adults, and they are reaping in the city of Montgomery, and not just the city, all of America. Since we live here, I don't know what caused this culture of ours to change where you walk away, you dispatch any responsibility to your offspring. I don't know where that came from. Maybe I don't know, but something's wrong. You know, something's wrong. Something's wrong. So how do we fix this? Or is it gone too far to be fixed? Okay. And again, I don't want to hear about those people that are doing it that, according to some of you folks, oh, well, y'all don't report it. Yes, we do. It just doesn't happen that much. Okay. It just don't happen that much. We live in a city that's ran by black people. Yeah, you think black folks would hide the fact that somebody white did something? Come on now. Let's be reasonable. Have a little common sense. So what's the problem? Because if we don't fix this, people of influence will leave this city quickly, fast, and in a hurry. And we'll be left to pay rent on Montgomery, Alabama. Forget all the businesses. We will be a ghost town in 20 years. Oh, it'll be the late, great Montgomery, Alabama. I don't know what else I can say about it, but it is a conversation that needs to be had, by us. And I'm one of us. Good morning. Good morning, LT. Everybody got a dream. No, I'm kidding. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. There's some things I'm not willing to sacrifice, and that's what I'm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is. It is. It is. Mm. Yeah. 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 Unrecognizable. Unrec- That's true. That's true. Oh well. I appreciate it. You know, and it is a conversation that needs to be had. But it may not be need to be had over here, but we're going to be the innocent bystander sitting somewhere that a bullet comes out of nowhere. I mean, we got people in their homes now. They're getting shot. We got people going down the street, shooting, riding down the road. I don't know. Good morning. Hey, pretty good.
Sad that we get so caught up on, we kind of get caught on so many other things that we tend to forget that we're dealing with human beings and human lives.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Everything that gentleman, the previous caller said, I agree with 100%. But going back to the topic of common sense, as I taught my children growing up, in order to use it, you gotta have it. And for some reason, it becomes a thing, or it's fleeing something that's missing in our society today, the common. And we have got to get serious, not afraid to address the issue of crime in this community if we want to see change. Because if we continue to do what we've always done, we to get what we always got. And that's what we're doing right now. But until we get serious about it and address the issue of violence, we just like cats creating a female cat and then leaving their children and taking no responsibility for that child, for those children you're bringing into the world. And we've got to tell women, you got to be a responsible mother, that if you lie down with a man and have a child, that's some expectations of him, other than just having a baby. And I said this on one of my first editorials on Channel 12 some 2 years ago, and I adhere to that today. Because until we as a people, as a community, get really serious about the issue of violence, it will take over our community. And you'll have nothing else but, like you said, but a shell of Montgomery. And that's a sad commentary for a city that has a rich history that Montgomery has. And you can't blame Stephen Arena for all of this. You can't blame the city for all of this. You can't blame the crime prevention person for all of this. We each have to take some responsibility for doing that and allowing these things to prevail in our community.
Uh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, somebody said, well, they came for the union. I wasn't union, so I don't worry about it. They came for the Spanish guy. I wasn't Spanish. And all of a sudden, you look around, all they got left is you. Yeah. Mhm. Right. Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No. Hey, I appreciate it, Barbara. Barbara Mays. Let's take one more call. Take the first break. Good morning. Who's this? Hey, Steve. Mhm. Yeah, I understand. Right. And they are asking for discipline. They're asking for discipline. Mm. Mm. Mhm. What the consequence will be. That's right. It's going to have to be. Yeah. 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 Appreciate it. All right. Appreciate it. Let's take a break. 7:35 in the morning. And I will tell you something too. Um, and I'm not putting this blame on these particular these particular entities. But I must admit, though, we have so much pride with our fraternities. I don't belong to one. Well, I do belong to one for the United States Army Railroad. That's a fraternity I'm a member of. But the college fraternities, in order to get into these fraternities, you have to do some crazy things. I don't know all the crazy things to do, but it's about discipline. Churches. Okay, let's listen. I think a lot of them are very silent also. We got more black churches than any other group of people in Montgomery or any major urban city in America. There are more black churches than all the other churches combined in America. So I don't know what they can do, um, but I know going on Facebook, putting your hand in the air doesn't solve anything. And giving a check or two, $1,500, I've seen it, that don't solve anything. I am going to give the concept of Montgomery violence prevention of the thing downtown. The concept is great, but evidently the implementation is not working so good because it is not money. Okay, it is not money that really needed. It's part of the package, but it is not the most important thing. And the most important thing is discipline. Our public school system, when it comes to discipline, it seems that the only people they want to discipline are the smart kids who really give them the least trouble. But the other ones, now we got a situation now, like this kid over in Prattville the other day, pleasuring himself in front of the whole classroom. He can only pull out of school for 10 days. Then he's back. Then he's back. We can fight. I seen fights and leave. I get videos of a bunch of them. 10 days and then they're back. We don't want to implement discipline. But without discipline, whether it's on your job, at the radio station, whether you're a baseball, football, basketball player, if you do not have discipline, you do not have a team. Okay? And one kid can destroy the whole environment for a whole day in public school. And then Katie Barter do it. And I know, and that's one of the problems I have with our school board with all these women on it. Love them, good folks, but women want to nurture you rather than to knock you the hell out. Okay? Because that's what's needed. Okay? But I ain't mad at them. They don't want to paddle with. Okay? We've allowed incorrigible kids to manifest that behavior in our public schools, except our magnet schools, because we know once you go over there, do you realize that the threat of coming back to regular school is held over the heads of many people in our magnet schools? So our bad schools, okay, are held as a negative stimuli. So how do we get there? I don't know. Anyway, violence in Montgomery. Do we want to come the late great Montgomery? And listen, I have no problem Montgomery being majority black. What kind of people are we leaving here? Because regular folks who can leave Montgomery, black or white, they continue to leave. You know, we'll be back. How do we fix this? Or is it gone way beyond repair?
$10 off select Scott's fertilizer. You get a Craftsman 20-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit for just $91. About 323 through 45. It varies by location while supplies last. Includes Alaska and Hawaii. Plenty of sunshine today will warm us up nice and up into the mid and some upper 70s.
Montgomery's Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive Family Law. Family driven on News Radio 1440.
My brother-in-law died hungry. My sister and her kids. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting this any longer. And he just offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called Select Quote. Select Quote found identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, Select Quote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call Select Quote at 1-800-656-1970. That's 1-800-656-1970. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-656-1970. That's 1-800-656-1970. Select Quote. We shop. You see. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Finding great candidates can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. With powerful technology actively focused on the most qualified candidates to apply to your so other companies with a lot of pay. ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in a haystack. Meanwhile, employers who post their job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of pay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack. 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate to the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Is the voice of the conservative military. That's a rare opportunity. Tonight at 8 p.m. on radio.
Alrighty then, we're back. 822-1440 is the number here. If you want to get up to that phone, thanks for holding. Good morning. Yes. Well, something's going on. All right, appreciate it. Let me see. Good morning. Who's this? Good. Yeah, but nobody. I know, but that's an excuse. Nobody can make a man leave his family. No, they can't. They can't do it. That's it. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave. But you don't have to leave your family. But nobody took his role. He surrendered it. He surrendered it. But keep going to jail. Keep going to jail. You're gonna deal with your own children. Keep going to jail. Well, again, then look where we're now. Our kids are going to jail. Okay. Listen, everybody's got their own opinion. But that's well, the government made no government ever made a man leave his house. He left the house because he wanted to. If he didn't take care of his kids, he didn't take care of his kids because he wanted to. Nobody makes you do that. Good morning. Yeah. But what if your brother and sister are smart? What if your brother and sister are smart? That case, that kind. Who you hire has got nothing to do with their ability. If they have the ability, everybody is related to somebody. Good morning. Go ahead. I'm doing fine. Ed, get to the quick one because I'm out of time.
About houses. They're always over. Look at our community. Today, then, that's about 13 years ago. But look at our community today. God is, God is ready to do something, Kevin, because His word is always powerful and strong.
Right. All right. Let me see. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. No. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you picked her. I mean, you picked her. I mean, like they picked me. I mean, but we do, man. We got to take responsibility for that. We picked her. Sure. And someone thought I was good, and I wasn't as good as they thought they were. So we picked them. Yeah. Yeah. They do. But we pick them. And they pick, and yeah, we pick them and they pick us. I mean, we still responsible for it. It makes it really hard. But again, we pick them. Yeah. Well, and I think, well, no, I've got to be fair. There are a lot of churches that are doing lots of things, and some I don't even know anything about. But again, the people who need that help ought to be receptive of listening to that counsel, and a lot of us are just not. Matter of fact, they said the other day that most people in America right now don't believe in the basic principles of the United States that we used to talk about. I don't know, but I know one thing: we need to talk about it because there's no one. Right. But and there is no right. There's no one solution. It's a combination of all. But the biggest one, is that we got to put fathers, make them responsible for their kids, for their children. Okay. We got to support it with something now. Appreciate it. Yellow, who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we pick them, right? They pick us, we pick them, and we got what we got. There's some people in my life who said, "Man, that guy's a dud." There are some people who say he's the best thing that ever happened to him. Hey, I'll let them say who that is. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
It was Our Lady Mercy. It was
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And you could go to school. You could send your children to school over there. All you had to do was come in and come in to service on Sunday. They would allow you to send your child to school there for free or with some economic assistance. But that school had to close down. People would not, just go to church on Sunday so their child would go to school for free. A good education, you have to pay for private school. We have things out there for people who just don't want to do a little bit of inconvenience. What's 2 hours on Sunday for your child to go to school for a week and you don't have to pay for it?
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I remember Our Lady Queen of Mercy when I first got here. Yeah.
See, for donations and stuff, and give it to those schools.
Interesting. Yeah.
So their children can go to school.
Yeah. Okay, hey, let me grab one more before I get out of here. I'm almost at a time. Come on, who's this? You got about a minute. Not much.
real quick. It's not that the man chose to leave. It is whenever you have a system that makes the woman not need the man and depend on the system, you quickly do take the man out of the home. Because it ain't him leaving, it's her saying, I got a provider. I don't need you no more, man. So, yeah, because by design, I'll take the man out of the home.
We can have that. Yeah, I got to run. My time is up. You can come back next time if you want to. We can have a conversation about whether or not the governor forced you out the house or not. I say you leave what you want. We'll be back.
WSFA 12 on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Sharon Williams and WSFA
Morning.
News. What just happened this Thursday?
One glass of water?
Long debate over abuse in Alabama like Martin Robinson.
Is News Radio 1440. HD3 FM, a cumulus media station. CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A Wall Street Journal reporting has just pleaded not guilty to espionage charges at a closed hearing in Russia, hours after officials announced they detained Evan Briskovich in the city of Yekaterinburg. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is at the foreign desk.
He was arrested hundreds of miles east of Moscow, and spokesman for President Putin said red-handed, those are his words, collecting information about the Russian military complex.
The Wall Street Journal vehemently denies Russia's claims. Russian media say Briskovich has been ordered to remain in jail pending an investigation. CBS News has learned as many as 9 people may have been killed when 2 military helicopters collided during a training mission near Fort Raymond in Kentucky last night. State police spokesperson Sarah Burgess.
We are doing everything we can to assess this situation and
He jumps out of the team. Chinook and the Buick. You know, if I tell you, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. Okay. Now, go ahead. I'm gonna put it down to bed, you know. Because I was a service sergeant, I wasn't a grunt. So I didn't jump as many times. I got about 50. But 50, I was 700. So those are the SF guys and the 87. I was 87 guys. I didn't really care if I thought I was a lot of this. I got no age, but somebody told me we never did. Somebody said they keep a record of every company you made. They didn't keep no record of mine. They said the Rangers, I was with the Rangers 4 years. No record. Matter of fact, I got an Army record that unofficial. Me and 9 other people got 8 times doing it. Because what happened was in the rip. I don't know. Ranger vaccination program for me 4 years. You got to, once you get done the basic training,
AIT youngster, now you get there, they got to put you through another 3 weeks of hell. And see if you got what it takes. My class started with 40. By the time we got down to the last week of year, it was 13. But we had enough shoots. We had enough shoots. They already requisitioned the shoots. Right? We had enough shoots for 40 times jump. I said, no, that's not something we requisitioned, so we just kept getting these doing our passes, doing our thing, get jump down, get back up. And the Army said, you ain't going to do it more than 4 times. Yeah. So that's why I think push. Yeah. You know how stress that is? 8 times, and it's already getting nervous and that's going once. But I handled it like that. You know, I just took an airport. I did a few more teams. It don't make no difference. All you need is 5. Is there any? No. No. And it just speaks to who you are and all that stuff. I leave the subject. Now those are the ones who think they're experts. You think you know everything. Always. As long as you're living, you're learning.
Died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not stop getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only
And we're on 1440 AM.
a savings of $369 a year.
Hey, mother fan. This is Walter Crosby. I'm in the studio.
SelectQuote could save you more
than yes,
50% on term life insurance.
Okay.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-656-1970.
Okay.
That's 1-800-656-1970. Or go to
yes, ma'am.
SelectQuote.com.
Okay.
1-800-656-1970. That's 1-800-656-1970. SelectQuote.
We shop.
That's right. Miss Fan wanted her preacher on the air.
I don't know why.
Put your headphones on right there. One ear might work and one of them may not. So
Yeah, what?
yeah, we call that monotone. And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. I know what we're talking about. Now, we always bring up the churches and all that stuff every time we have these social commentaries about the things going on in our society. And while I do believe that, like everybody else believes, the churches play a part. I don't think they play the only part, but they certainly play a significant part. And I'm going to have to look at Pastor with me right now, Pastor Walter Crosby. And you are the pastor of which church?
Right out.
Okay. Do you feel pushed on and blamed for problems sometimes when we are at good standing about the violence going on in our communities? Churches on every corner, literally almost everywhere, and yet and still we're not. Our communities are really no safer from this church board's perspective than they were that news on this point. You get shot at, you feel. Why do you believe that?
It's a sad thing that people are down. Our children see the virus and they need to see coming up just become more people that
Now, I was born in 1957, and I watched the Long Range Tonto, the Virginia, Bonanza. I mean, I watch shows with as many guns in it as they do now. And I didn't turn out to want to go shoot everybody. The only gun I ever carried was in the military. Other than that, I never really thought about doing the things that are being done now. So I did the wrong thing. I often do. So can we really put it on TV?
you get this from the parents. They need to. And the churches, of course, they need to teach and instruction. Yes, we do it. Back in the day, but at the same time, no, we didn't grow up. But look at what we got now. We got teams, we got all kinds of stuff. And you see and it's feeding the brain. It's not feeding them. It's going to be showing them what to do if somebody comes out. So that's what I thought. Other than knowledge for the Bible says, "Good train up a child." And when it says, when you please him, God will not that part is
One of my problems with church, it's not a problem, I mean, church don't as in the church. Do you believe that I say that the way This is 2022. The foundation of what we are as human beings has not changed. But the way that information is given to us, we live in a microwave society, and we are still dealing with the way we deliver the message. We still deliver the message like we still cooking outside with some fire. So most of us get pretty good. Most of us are born with a decent brain. We should be able to understand the things that are given to us. I guess I'm saying, there's a time when we deliver that message different than we've been doing all these years. Because it seems like the message is losing some of its power, as it were, as it that it had back in those days. Because we're in a different world. What say you? I mean, I'm not one to sit there in church and listen to preacher go for an hour and a half. I can't do it. We live in a microwave society. I can't. It don't take all day long to get me a word. What say you?
Really glad to be with everybody. And we grew up in most of the like you were talking about young people and that's the power thing that we see. Everybody's kind of dancing and everybody having a good time with the college instead of really sit back and learning what says the Lord.
It seemed in MLK's day, and even to some extent this day also, that pastors had a lot of power because people like me, somebody once said that, if you're sitting at a table full of dignitaries, the pastor should be in the first seat. There's a lot of respect for that position. I don't care if the president's there. The guy who represents God, as far as I'm concerned, holds more power than the president of the United States. So, have we lost some respect for that position? And do you think how do we pretend, or how do we plan to get it?
We've lost a lot of respect for the position of kind of renovate we're not here to sit on the front of it, sit on the hot seat, get sold. It doesn't matter where you sit, it's what you do. It's how you so with all the things that you do, step along with the God telling me that I have things and things goes through.
It just seems that we've got some shortness in the clergy. Okay, we got this. I don't want to offend anybody. We got the political correctness that you can't call wrong anymore, because or you can't say this, you can't say that because people will get mad if they won't put in the offering plate, which may be true. But at some point, we got to be brave and bold about the things we say we believe. There are things I believe. I don't care who you are, what you say. They can come here right now and fire me. I'm not going to change my mind about certain things. I'm just not going to do that. That's who I am. That's what I believe. We don't seem to have pastors That's not everybody. There are plenty of people who do. But the ones who get the limelight are the ones who are willing to compromise so they can don't offend anybody. The Bible is very offensive. Would you say that? Would you say that? The Bible is some tough things.
Like the whole world, not like sin, but now sin. To me, sin is bad, but because of that, we got the problem. Now sin, so that people can understand what's going on. The world going the wicked lives, and so that's what problem is. And not every pastor, like you said. Not still wait. And then you look at Jesus and shall believe in him. Saved from God as far as salvation is concerned. So you need to look at this kind of mission so that they can understand these things. And again,
860-1440 is the number here. Our pastor is Walter Crosby. He is the pastor of a church in Millbrook. And the name of that church again is Pastor Crosby?
Lighthouse Baptist Church.
And where's it located?
2275 Main Street.
That's in
Millbrook.
In Millbrook. Before we go to a break, do you think that culture then versus the culture of today in understanding the Bible and the meanings has changed, or is the dogma of culture overtaken the dogma, the doctrine of the Bible? Let's just say one thing, for instance, women should not preach. Now, I've gone through the Bible on certain cases trying to figure out where that was in there. And really, it says a woman should be, I guess, subject to her own husband. Because I was dogmatic about that. Okay, well, I ain't listening to a woman preacher. Clear it up for me. Should women preach or not?
Well, and that's one of those things that preaches God.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the scripture that she has, and we'll read some scripture here, Second Timothy,
Mm-hmm.
First Timothy, excuse me, chapter number 2, and we'll look at that, and then we can let everybody come to a conclusion as to what they believe on it. And so in First Timothy chapter number 2, and I'm going to put in that verse number 8. And it says, I will therefore be you and pray everywhere, lift up holy hands without wrath and doubt. And like that also, that women adorn themselves in master power, with showing face and listen to sobriety, not with clouded hair or gold or pearl or costly weight, but which becometh women confessing godliness with good works. And then it says this, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. This is in the church. And I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That's in the church there. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she will be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So that's what he's got to say about that. And then the qualifications of the pastor and the bishop comes up next in 1 Timothy chapter number 3. And this is what it says. And I know there are plenty of women out there that understand the good a whole lot of men, and they know it there, but you still called to obedience as the word of God has to say. So in First Timothy chapter number 3, and verse number 1, and let's look, we read 1 and 2. It says, "This is the truth saying, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desires a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, good behavior, and so on." So the word of God is very clear as to who should be preaching and who should be doing the teaching. He said it's such about wanting to teach, not to usurp authority over man. So women that are doing so are operating from God. Even though they know a whole lot, they should take their role. But let's look at their role over time. So chapter number 2, and let's look at what it says here. At verse number 1, going down, and we'll see it at verse number 3. He says, "For speak thou the things which become found, that aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound, charity, and patient. The aged women likewise, that they be in holiness." Holiness is just said over there, just by what God has. And also, he is going to speak in Corinthians chapter 14 at verse number 34. And so he's saying that he's let's go on. Or even from my husband never do baby at home as far as the church there and things that we do with that's out of the will of God. What God said. And it says that this is what they should be doing. Not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, and keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husband, and the good of God be not blasphemed. It's a bad thing, for women out of it.
We will take a break. We'll come back. Our guest is Pastor Walter Crosby from
Lighthouse Baptist Church,
all the way up there in the great city of Millbrook, Alabama. We'll be back. Don't y'all go on the place.
Traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family.
See, my thing about that verse, and I was dogmatic about it, but who wrote that book? That was it cultural, or was that actually a message God came down with, or was that a man-made rule? That's how, because I thought in God's heaven there's no male or female.
Right.
So
That's in heaven. And you said it right. Come down here.
well, some guys think that.
Some women like that.
Yeah.
But that's
it seems kind of clear to me. But let me ask you, let's say you're on an island, and the woman knows more about God than you do, and so she won't get worried every time.
Well, that shouldn't be unless she teach the women. If she not that's perfectly all right.
Because we're all the teachers.
Yeah, because we all teach somewhere. Yeah. In your heart, somebody. Yeah.
Probably some women on the phone right now.
Okay.
You got to use the God use the
No, I do it right now. Okay, first Peter. Second Peter chapter number 1. And tell you really down there. This verse said, no props of the scripture, we don't any private interpretation. Right. For the props of not any time out of wisdom, but only means.
But the translation came by process of interpretation.
Right.
So,
All Bible.
yes.
The Holy Ghost.
I mean, constantly.
And I know we're talking about King James.
Yeah.
It was people writing.
Okay, I believe. And we are back. Good morning, Rev. Did they find you well? I have to go to the phone right quick and a couple calls over there. I guess is Pastor Walter Crosby, who is the pastor of the what's the name?
Lighthouse.
Light. I'm gonna get that right for the shows over today. Good morning, you're on air. Good morning. Mm. Okay. I appreciate. Mm-hmm. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I got you. I can't go all day, but let him. He'll talk on that if he wants to. I guess. So.
And both of you are right as far as things concerning and here's what Scripture has to say about the preacher. You got to know what God sent preacher. That's the whole thing. That's the scope of the matter. A lot of people are mixed up business and the preachers are preaching over here. Sound the people understand things is going to make them money. And so you got 5 few of those out there. And I know you remember what I said to the Lord on the Mount of temptation. He said, you bow down and I'll give you the kingdom of this world. The same thing as she was for the money. So the people of this Satan, and I'm going to read the scripture as to what it has to say in the law that's what's happening in these latter days. And it's not saying that man is not saved, but a lot of people are even in this kind of spirit. So let's read this in 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 1. It says, now the Spirit speaks expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devil. And so we got a whole lot of devil doctrines going on. And that's why you see this kind of all the million preachers in the field here, all the men that are qualified, that don't have children, and some of them don't even have the type of pastor. And so we've grown accustomed to accepting all these things without the knowledge of God is given. And so we need to go back to this God that God stands in spirit as what we need to do. So this is what it says in 2 Timothy chapter 2, where these things are concerned. And it's all on us, it's all on the men, the women, the boys, and the girls, most of the fathers, of course, teaching and instructing, is to do what God said to do. And this is what he said in verse number 22 of 2 Timothy chapter 2. And so you need to know how to read your Bible. Everybody needs to know how to read. Everybody needs to know how to study. And so verse number 22 he says, he also used to us to follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord your hand. And so he's telling you and me what to do. In other words, we don't have to be complaining about what's going on with you. Just follow God. Doing the simple not by way of God, all things consist, those things go together. And he also said this in Matthew chapter 24 and verse 35. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. So if God spoke it, then that's what we do. And we need to do what he said in 2 Timothy chapter number 2. And I know he's talking to a pastor at that time, but the commissioner also at verse 15. He said, stand to take ourselves approved unto God, a wisdom that we not to be ashamed, rightly divine the word of truth. It shines the pain and burning body, that they will increase and form doctrine, and the word will weak as that of kingdom. And so everybody that's had a chance to think about understand these things, and that's what's going on in the spiritual realm as far as light and divine and the truth is concerned is limited. So very few pastors out there.
Good. Good morning, on there. Thanks for holding. Good morning.
Romans 15, you mean Romans 16. Romans 16. I roll down there, you have to serve as you have been serving. And I know people want to put their what's called, what they call it as weekend rest. But there's some qualifications in the Bible other than what you That's right. That's exactly what he said. Now, it did say that this was a church. Where did it say that? And it did say the shoes don't teach. Okay, it's something wrong with you for in the age women. We just live in conversation and tired of she was not the leader of the women. Now, where did you see that at? Where? He said, servant of the church that in Peter is that you receive her. Not all the time. You're a servant. And now and when I say not all the time, I'm saying it's going more and not all the time. Yeah, he is the servant. But he's not a teacher. If that was so, if that was, it does not other God Christian world. And that's what you're supposed to do, compare spiritual things with spiritual things. You don't, you don't be doing this food. The devil wouldn't do. If you get to the New Testament, you see where if I use Hebrews chapter. I believe he said that.
Why he's looking at it, now I'm reading in chapter 16 of Romans 6, Romans 15. It says, I commend unto you, yeah, it's 16 or 15.
16.
Because Romans 15 says, well, Romans 6 of that, Romans 6 says, I commend unto you, Phoebe, our sister, which is a servant of the church, which is at, okay, but it said a servant of the church, didn't say preacher.
The same qualifications First Timothy chapter. First Timothy chapter number 2. And yes, we all are servants in one way or another. Yes, he did. And he says those are chief among you. So,
but it didn't give it didn't promote her to preacher though. It's being a hard headed sometimes. Yeah, well, I will get out of this conversation. I can't read though. I can't read.
the word of God. I told you, Hebrews chapter number 11.
Gotta take my gotta take my last break, but Pastor, he does make a interesting point here though. This is where a lot of these things come from. I mean, because what you read and what I read the same thing you read. But on the other hand, if she's the servant of the church, like all of us are, is it I mean, did he give her some authority that he couldn't give other women?
And, you know, the Lord, uh, served with the capacity. That's not you can't just stay on
And therein lies the biggest problem. We take sentences out of the Bible, make doctrine out. You know, we'll be back right after this. I guess what Crosby, who is from the. I think that's the middle of it. Here we go. That's what I like having these conversations. And it's not conversation people got to bring us. It turns into a bigger. We have taken sentences out of the Bible, sense here, sense there, and predicated doctrinal thesis, doctrinal teachings on the scripture.
we just read the scripture. Trying to make Phoebe be a pastor of the church.
Because it's kind of like being in the military. If the company commander comes command you for sure. Now, the company commander may not be there, but we'll do the first one before the next one. The CEO's not there. But that don't make you a CEO because you have to be in that position at the moment. Yeah.
He was faithful in the service and he's taking strength. That's Paul's service. When we look at that.
But see, that's another thing though. If Timothy said this, then how do we give that to God?
I think what Timothy didn't say it.
Well, he got it from someplace.
It was Paul writing to Timothy. Paul was the apostle, right? And he's the one who did the writing. He was writing to him as he did all the churches that you see. And down here.
I ain't a scholar. I just gotta ask the question.
And no problem with that. No problem.
I'm not a scholar at the belief. Yeah. But it is amazing. We got one God in 30 different ways, religious denominations that say they all know the same one, but we can't seem to interpret the same thing.
Remember what it said. Some said faith in need to seduce the spirit and doctrine. We read that in 1 Timothy chapter 4. And that's why you got all these denominations. Because with Paul, 1 Corinthians chapter number 1 and number 10, he says, now beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that you all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that you be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same vision. And so this is what he's looking for. This is what God is looking for. But as you say, you see, the devil is infiltrating the ranks as far as things are concerned, and he is giving his life to everyone that wants to grab a hold of it. And runs it in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse number 3. Paul would make this statement over there. He says, "But if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost." So there's some lost people that Paul's gospel is from, and we don't understand. And see, the whole word of God is not to us. It's for our application. For our value. But what's to us is Romans 35:11 that needs to be right in the Bible for those scriptures.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable. That's just what they do. Customers are saying about Janny.
It's just like you got your home. Your home is your home. You can come there and talk and stay for years and all that stuff. You may invite them in for a moment, but it's not the home. So the New Testament is not our home. And again, the 2 Corinthians chapter 3, they talked about when the Old Testament was read, the veil was upon the heart. And I know that general never went to Hebrew. Yeah. So,
I'm just listening. On that one thing, I like what you said that when it said study and show that stuff approved. I never looked at that talking to me.
Yeah.
I looked at that talking to y'all who's giving us the information. I mean, he sat there and studied. I mean, I got people who study for years that don't agree.
Yeah, right.
So how am I going to be able to interpret what the interpreters don't agree on?
But you're going to be able to interpret when the man of God is where you live, where you live. You're not living in him. You're not living there.
Okay, we're back. I'm taking the last two calls. The last word here. So let me get these lines. Good morning on there. Yes. The word preach using it. Okay. Okay. Appreciate it.
look, and look at the return before what? Faith and never the truth of the Lord come. You see, you say it. Go with faith and know it.
So it's part of the process. It's going to be part of the process of
exactly. Yeah,
right.
And not even a lot of people out there that pulled out once again, we have unity. When this happened, you would know that and you know you're trying to because you have a lot of women don't get out they do it. And they do patient and their note. So that's something I want to teach them. You should part of it.
Of course, in America today, you start taking the head, you'll find yourself in jail for harassment.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It did say in the way that a lot of men are.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I get it.
But spiritually speaking, the man is the head in the household.
Yeah.
And they need to know how to treat his wife.
Mm. But now the woman is supposed to give up a little something too, ain't she? She's supposed to be a little humble.
That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Whenever when you took the back of the man, that's
we have got to get ready to go. Got to have you back, but we got to give us a prayer as I did. Going.
Things
Yeah, we got it. Amen.
News Radio 1440.